Imagine walking into a stadium so big, so loud, that you can feel the energy pulse through your body. A place where history is made and every game feels like an epic battle. It's where some of the greatest college football moments happened, and even an NFL legend has a soft spot for it. Now, what if I told you that Patrick Mahomes, yes, the Super Bowl MVP himself, has a surprising answer when asked about his favorite college football stadium? This isn't just any stadium, it's a place where the roar of 100,000 fans could shake the ground beneath your feet. So, do you know what stadium we'll cover in today's episode of Built Up? Patrick Mahomes, being a Texas Tech alum, obviously holds a special place in his heart for his alma mater stadium. But when asked in an interview about his favorite college football stadium outside of Texas Tech, he gave a surprising answer: Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home of the Texas Longhorns. Now, considering the rivalry between Texas Tech and UT, that might raise a few eyebrows, but Mahomes explained that he loved playing in such an intense and hostile environment. He thrives under pressure, and big rowdy stadiums just add to the excitement for him. And in classic Mahomes fashion, he also had a funny moment reminiscing about his college days. He warned people against eating the tortillas that Texas Tech fans famously throw onto the field during games. Apparently, that's not a great pre-game snack. Now, Patrick Mahomes' college career at Texas Tech was nothing short of spectacular. Playing from 2014 to 2016, Mahomes became known for his incredible arm strength, mobility, and ability to make jaw-dropping throws. One of his most legendary performances came in 2016 against Oklahoma, when he racked up 734 passing yards and 85 rushing yards, totaling 819 yards of offense, the most in FBS history, though Texas Tech still lost 66-59 in a wild shootout. Mahomes constantly put up video game-like numbers, even against top defenses. In the 2015 Texas Bowl, he threw for nearly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns against an LSU team loaded with future NFL talent. He also had memorable games against Texas and TCU, showcasing his toughness, especially in adverse conditions. Against TCU, the weather was terrible, just pouring rain, and Mahomes was playing through a shoulder injury. Most quarterbacks would have struggled just to throw the ball in those conditions, but he still made clutch plays and led Texas Tech to a double overtime win. It was one of those games where you realize how tough he was. Despite playing on a team with a weak defense, Mahomes' playmaking ability kept Texas Tech competitive. His wild improvisational style made every game a must-watch. Though scouts initially doubted whether his skills would translate to the NFL, Mahomes has since proven them wrong, becoming one of the league's brightest stars. His Texas Tech days were just a preview of the magic he'd bring to the pro level. But why is DKR Stadium his favorite? What makes it so special for the Chiefs superstar? Well, before we move on to the next section, please don't forget to subscribe if you like the video so far. Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, or just DKR, is one of the most legendary college football stadiums out there. Sitting right in the heart of Austin, it's the home of the Texas Longhorns and one of the loudest, most intimidating places for an opposing team to play. With a capacity of over 100,000, it turns into an absolute madhouse on game days. One of the coolest things about the stadium is its massive video board. Fans call it Godzillatron because it's just ridiculously huge. And if you ever get an aerial view of the field, you'll see a giant Longhorn logo stretched across it. But beyond the aesthetics, there's real history here. The memorial, in its name, actually honors Texas soldiers who fought in World War I and later wars, which adds a special meaning to the place. And of course, no Texas game is complete without the team and fans locking arms to sing "The Eyes of Texas" at the end. DKR has hosted some insane moments over the years. Back in 2005, Vince Young had a couple of legendary performances here, including a dominant 5-touchdown game against Kansas. That same year, he led a game-winning drive against Ohio State that proved Texas was a legit title contender. Then there was Colt McCoy's senior day in 2009, when he set the NCAA record for most career wins by a quarterback. Longhorn fans went absolutely nuts for that one. Now, one of the wildest games in recent memory was in 2016 when Texas played Notre Dame in a double overtime thriller. When the Longhorns pulled off the win, ESPN's Joe Tessitore yelled, "Texas is back, folks," though in hindsight, maybe that was a little premature. But at the time, it felt like a huge moment. And of course, you can't talk about DKR without mentioning Ricky Williams' record-breaking run in 1998. The guy sealed his Heisman campaign by breaking the NCAA AA career rushing record on a 60-yard touchdown against Texas A&M. Absolute chills. Whether it's a rivalry game, a record-breaking performance, or just the electrifying atmosphere, DKR is more than just a stadium. It's a Texas football cathedral. If you ever get the chance to experience a game there, it's a must. Now, standing proud for nearly a century, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. It was originally built in 1924 and has been the home of the Texas Longhorns ever since. When it was first constructed, it cost around $275,000, which was a big sum at the time but seems tiny compared to modern stadium costs. Over the years, the stadium has gone through numerous renovations and expansions, growing from a modest 27,000-seat venue to its current capacity of over 100,000. The stadium was originally called War Memorial Stadium to honor Texans who fought in World War I. In 1948, it was renamed Texas Memorial Stadium to include veterans of World War II. Then in 1996, the name was changed again to honor legendary Texas coach Darrell K. Royal, who led the Longhorns to 3 national championships. DKR has seen countless historic moments and has evolved with the times, adding modern amenities, an enormous video board, nicknamed Godzillatron, and expanded seating. Nearly 100 years later, it remains one of the largest and most electric stadiums in college football. And on top of that, it has some pretty sweet amenities. Walking up to the Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium for the first time is an experience in itself. As you approach, the first thing you'll notice is the massive exterior, with its towering stands and burnt orange banners proudly displaying the Texas Longhorns' legacy. Just outside the stadium, the excitement begins with Bevo Boulevard, a fan-favorite pre-game area filled with live music, food trucks, and of course, Bevo himself, the team's beloved Longhorn mascot. As you step through the gates, you're greeted by the sheer size and energy of the stadium. Built in 1924, it's undergone countless renovations, and today it holds over 100,000 fans, making it one of the largest stadiums in college football. The moment you enter the concourse, the smell of Texas barbecue and stadium snacks hits you, with concession stands offering everything from classic hot dogs to brisket sandwiches. Heading toward your seat, you can't miss Godzillatron, the enormous video board looming over the south end zone. At 55 feet tall and 134 feet wide, it was once the largest HD screen in college football and still provides one of the best in-game viewing experiences. Whether you're in the nosebleeds or field level, you won't miss a single play. Now, if you're lucky enough to have a premium ticket, you'll take an elevator up to the Moncrief Newhouse Athletic Center, where luxury suites offer cushioned seating, private lounges, and gourmet dining. The Terrace Club provides a unique open-air experience with high-end food and drinks while still keeping you immersed in the crowd's energy. Walking through the stands, you'll see the massive burnt orange Longhorn logo painted across the field, a symbol of Texas pride. The stadium's design amplifies crowd noise, making it one of the loudest places to play in college football. And if you're there for a big game, you'll feel the stands shake as fans chant, "Texas fight." By the time the team takes the field, the stadium is roaring. The Longhorns charge out of the tunnel, the Texas flag is waving, and the crowd sings "The Eyes of Texas" in unison. Whether you're sitting in a luxury suite or in the upper deck, DKR makes every fan feel like part of the tradition. So, if you go there tomorrow, would you rather experience the game from the luxury suites or the heart-pounding energy of the stands at DKR? Let us know in the comments down below. Now, here's another video mega project enthusiasts enjoyed watching. Bye for now.